Copilot is finally available inside of our basic and premium plans. And these are 7 things that you need to know to get started using AI inside a Microsoft Planner. From creating our tasks to generating status reports or taking actions from natural language prompts. By the way, my name's Amy. Let's nerd out. Let's first touch on access. So, to access Copilot in Planner, also known as Planner Agent, we need to have a Copilot Premium license. So, from the Microsoft homepage shown in the URL here, on the bottom left, we have M365 Copilot, and then mine says brackets premium. If yours says brackets basic, then you have the basic version of Copilot and you won't have these features. So we need to have a premium Copilot license. Then, when we go to create a new plan, we'll see at the top here that the AI powered planner agent is in all plans and templates. So, whichever plan template I select here, whether it's from scratch or an actual template itself in basic or premium, that planner agent that is Copilot will be available in those plans. If your creative plan page looks slightly different to mine, then that means that you haven't received the latest version of Planner, and you will need to select a Planner agent from the right hand side, approximately right there. Otherwise, Microsoft is rolling out new updates soon, which means that the Planner agent is going to be available in all plan templates in basic and premium plans. Now that we know access, let's create our plan. So from the top left here, we'll go create a plan. This time, I'm just going to start with a premium plan from scratch, but you can select another template down below. So we'll go create premium plan. Then here we can give our plan a name. So at Amy's Animal Shop, we are launching a new pet wellness program, and I want to add this to the marketing team. So everyone that is in the marketing team will gain access to this plan. Now, down below here, we see a toggle that says use your group's files to make AI responses relevant. So when we connect this plan to a group or a Microsoft team, then if you toggle this on, then Copilot is able to access the files that are stored within this team and the connected SharePoint document library, and it uses that as context when it's helping you create the plan. If we toggle this off, then I will show you how we can turn it on later, as well as how we can point Copilot to specific files rather than to the full SharePoint document library. So now we will go and create. Now let's take a look at how we can add resources to our plans so that Copilot can give us better results. So from the top menu, we will select goals. And then on the far right-hand side here, we have some options. So the first option, we can give Copilot access to the group files within the marketing team. We have a web search here. And if you did want to learn more about the setting, then you can ask your admin to configure it. And we can also point Copilot to specific files. So let's pop into Teams and take a look at when each of these scenarios make sense. So here I have my marketing team, and then I have my individual channels for the different initiatives in the marketing team. Now, the Pet Wellness Program launch channel, this is the channel where this plan has been created, and it contains all of the documents that we are going to be using. So if we were to toggle on this access group files, then we would be giving Copilot access to all of the documents within that team, which might be providing Copilot with too much information, and our results might get a little bit skewed because Copilot has information beyond what it needs. Now, instead, we can go add files and we can add just specific documents that we want Copilot to reference. Now, just note at the bottom here that we can select a recent file that's not sensitive or confidential. So if you don't see a document here, then that could be the reason. And then finally, the file will be shared with plan members, groups, and workspace. So we just need to be mindful about the content that we're sharing in the event that these documents don't already exist within this team. So to add one of these files to this plan, we can select it and we'll notice that one file has been added. And we can now repeat that process for the additional files. Once you've added your documents, we can select the drop down here and we can see the connected files. If you want to remove a file, then we can click X to remove it. And additionally, we can go to view all files and we'll notice here that we have now been redirected to that marketing team's SharePoint site. So if we use the breadcrumbs to back out of here, then we'll see that we are in that SharePoint document library. And if we go down to this Microsoft Planner folder that's been automatically created, then this shows us all of the plans that are created within this team. We can select the plan that we are working in, open up that Copilot folder, and we'll now view all of those files that have been shared here. And this is going to be the information that Copilot is going to work off when it is helping us with this plan. As a final note here, we can also access that SharePoint document library from the SharePoint area on the top menu. Now that we've added our resources, we can start to generate some tasks. Now, traditionally, we would add tasks manually. However, Project Manager Agent can generate tasks for us based on our goals as well as our resources. So to get started, we will be on the Goals tab and we can go Add Goal. And then now we can describe the goal of our plan and Project Manager Agent will generate tasks for you. So here I'm just going to say that we want to launch the pet wellness program with clear service offerings, marketing campaign, and staff training to increase customer engagement and revenue. Once you've added your goal, then we can press enter. Then now we can generate our tasks. Now this will just take a moment while the Project Manager Agent reviews the goal that we've added at the top here, as well as our referenced files. So here are our tasks that have been generated by the Project Manager Agent. Now, in this case, I did one big goal for the entire plan. However, you may decide to break your project down into smaller goals, and then you would just repeat that process again and generate some tasks. In this case, I'm happy with just this one goal. We are able to remove any of these tasks by hovering over the task, selecting the ellipses, then we can go delete task, or we can even add additional tasks at the bottom. So overall, you can use Project Manager Agent to help you generate tasks based on goals that are relevant to your plan as well as resources. Now it is time to assign tasks to the Planner Agent. So here I am in the board view and I'm grouping by the Planner Agent. And we can see that we have our incomplete tasks assigned to the Planner Agent, need your input, and ready for review. So to assign a task to the Planner Agent, we can select the little person icon here and add the Planner Agent. And that is going to trigger the Planner Agent to start working on this task. However, we can also select a task and then drag and drop it over. So we can repeat that process for all of the other tasks here and assign them to the Planner Agent, who is then going to reference the documents that we have grounded Copilot on within this plan, and it is going to start to work through these tasks and kick this project off the ground. So this is going to take a little bit of time for all of these tasks to come through, but once Planner Agent has started to work through the task, it will then be categorized as needs your input and ready for review. So give it a moment and then we can come back once it has started to complete some of those items. So here we can see that Planner Agent has started to work through some tasks. We have one that needs our input and we have a couple that are ready for review. So if you pop into this needs your input, then we can scroll on down here and we can see that something went wrong and we need to regenerate this task again. So if we just click regenerate, then the Planner Agent will start to work on that task. Now, if we pop into one of these other tasks that are ready to review, I want to note here that Planner Agent will never mark a task as complete. It will assign it to you and add this label saying that it's ready, and then it will be ready for reviewed and you can assign it to another team member as needed. So let's take a look at some of the items here that Planner Agent has done to this task card. If we scroll on down here, then we have a status. So this provides you with a snapshot of what the Planner Agent has done to start to work through this task. And you'll notice at the bottom here that we also have a loop page that has been added. The Planner Agent has added a ton of content to this task card and has really kickstarted the completion of this project. If we scroll on down to the bottom here as well, you'll even notice that the Planner Agent has started to work through some of the hours on the effort. It says, hey, I've completed 6 hours. There are 2 hours remaining. for a total of 8 hours. So this task is 75% complete. Now, let's pop back up into this loop page here and we'll take a closer look at some of our action items. Now, in some cases, the planner agent may have asked you some questions at the top here, in which case you can just start to type in this loop component your additional details to provide Copilot with some additional context for this task. And then once you've filled in those details, you can click regenerate. Similarly, if you wanted to, edit this basic grooming package, you could edit your contents and details here and then regenerate the content. Now, once you are happy with that output, we can now utilize this loop page and the collaboration features on this task card. So for example, we can select all of the text here and you'll notice that a formatting bar has appeared. Optionally, we can even comment on these loop pages and mention team members to collaborate with other people that are a part of this plan. Now, to access these loop pages afterwards, we can back out of here and we can hop into that SharePoint area of the plan. And we'll notice that we now have new pages that have been added to our SharePoint document library for this plan. And these are all of those loop pages. So we are now harnessing the power of Microsoft Loop inside of these planner plans. Another great feature of having Copilot inside of our planner plans is reports. So here I am from the reports tab at the top, and we can see that we can define a reporting period. So you can say last week, last 2 weeks, last month, or last quarter. And then we can even include the sections that we want in this report. So in this case, I might just do an executive summary and an about this project because we haven't really, worked through this project yet. So we don't really have much other content to generate and provide an update to our team. I'll keep this upcoming action items here. And then now we can go and generate a report. So this will take a little bit of time and Copilot is going to reference the plan and the progress of the plan and all of the details. And it is going to pull together a nice report for us in a neat summary. So feel free to pop out of here and then you can come back later and check on it once it has been generated. So here is our report that has been generated for us. And just note at the top here that you can either discard it or keep it. So I'm going to keep it. So now we can review the content of this report. So this is once again a loop component. So it is a totally flexible document and we can go through and edit the text here and add our own additional content to the report. You can also scroll on down and view all of the content that the planner agent has added for you, but we can see that a lot of the legwork has already been done here and we have only just clicked a couple of buttons. So once your report is ready to be shared, you can update the status on the top here to completed. And then you could either copy this component and, maybe paste it in a Teams channel, or if your organization utilizes SharePoint pages for sharing updates and news, then we can follow this share as newsletter. And now Copilot is going to transform that report into a SharePoint page. Here we can see the contents in that SharePoint page. And once again, you can select keep it or discard. So if we go and keep it, then we can publish our news. Now back in our planner app, if we want to view all of our reports here, we can toggle to this main reports area. And then from the right-hand side, we can select those drop down and go view all. And this will bring you to that SharePoint document library. And we'll see that we are in a subfolder for status reports. So in this case, I just have one report here, but as you start to work through your plan, you're going to see additional files, and those are just going to be links to those loop pages. The final area that we will look at is Copilot Chat. So from the bottom right of our plan, we can open up the Copilot Chat area. And here we can see some suggested prompts. So Copilot can help us add tasks. It can, you can use natural language and ask Copilot to generate a status report or to add subtasks to your plans. You may even ask it to add buckets for you. So for example, add buckets to this plan. And now Copilot is going to take that natural language prompt and generate some buckets for us. You may want to be more specific and say, hey, I want the buckets to be this, please add them in. But we can see here that Copilot has already added some buckets. So This area here has improved a lot. I'd say that it still has some room to grow. So I would just continue playing around with it and pushing the limits and seeing what type of content you can have Copilot help you with from this chat area inside of our plans.